Fundations test for Unit 8 is today. What do you need? Pencil. You need one of these fancy front and back Wilson Foundation tests. There's two sides. Put your name on both sides. I had last time a couple people did not do that. I need you to. Put your name on the front, put your name on the back, and then we're going to start on the front here at the top, number 1. Number 1 is write the letters that make the I sound. I. There's 3 of them. Think about what letter you're hearing. I. Think about what letter can be an I sound at the end of a word, and then also vowel consonant E. I, number 1. 2. There's 2 for this one that make the sound U. 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 Think vowel consonant E and just think the letter. Number 3. R. R. The 2 letters together that make the R sound. R. Number 4. Right here. Number 4. Or. Now this one has 2. Or. It's got 2 letters that make it, and then there's sometimes another word like score that has 3 letters that make that same sound. Or for number 4, and then the last one is 5 is qua. 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 1 I, 2 U, 3 R, 4 or, 5 qua. Number 1 here is the word reported. So you have to pause it. Reported. So how you're going to tap this out? First, open syllable. Ready? R-E. Re. Port. Let's tap out port. Ready? P. Ort. P. Ort. Port. So re. Port. And then a suffix ed. Reported. Re. Open syllable. Port. O-R. Suffix at the end. You too. So that's number 1 down here. Number 2. Explore. Number 2 is explore. Ready? Get tapping fingers out. X. First syllable. Ready? X. X. There's 2 sounds there. X. X. And now we're going to tap out plore. Ready? P, or. Think about what letters make that or. Say or at the end of a word. Plore. Ready? P, or. Plore. So it's explore. Like I explore my room. Number 1 was reported. I reported a problem on the playground. Number 2 is explore. So 1, reported. 2, explore. 3 is scar. S-k-r, scar. Let's tap it out again. Get your tapping fingers out. Ready? S-k-r, scar. I have a scar on my arm. Scar. Number 4 is garlic. Garlic. I like to have garlic on my spaghetti. Ready? Garlic. Here we go. Get your tapping fingers out. It's an R-controlled syllable. G-R-L-I-C. Lick. Now this is a R-controlled syllable and then second syllable. So gar. Ready? G-R. First syllable. G-R. And then lick. 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 Garlic. Remember, 2 syllables. We're not using the CK. And number 5, porches. So we're just going to tap out porch because that's before the suffix. So here we go, porch. P, or, ch. 3 sounds. Ready? Let's tap it. P, or, ch, ch, ch. Digraph. And then porches. I have many porches. Houses can have porches on them. Porches. What suffix makes that as sound at the end with the CH sound? This section again, here we go. Reported, explore. Number 3, scar. Number 4, garlic. Number 5, porches. Down at the bottom, trick words. World. He's got the whole world in his hands. World. Number 2, answer. I hope you know the answer to this question. Answer. Can't tap these out. World and answer. Number 1 is world. Pause it. Write it. World. Number 2 is answer. Flipping it over on the back. Number 1, here's your first sentence. The army marched to many different spots. The army marched to many different spots. Pause it, write it. The army, that's R controlled syllables. Army, army, marched, arch, march. Tap that out again. Arch, march, marched. Suffix. To many, trick word. Different, trick word. Spots. The army marched to many different spots. Spots. Many and different are trick words. Armies are controlled syllable. Marched. Are controlled with a digraph and a suffix. The army marched to many different spots. The army marched to many different spots. If you have to pause and rewind, go back. Number 2, that part of the world has more storms. That part of the world has more storms. That part are controlled. Part of the world. That's a trick word from the front. World. It's on the board, friends. That part of the world has more storms. That part of the world has more storms. More is R controlled. Or. Think about the letter at the end of that to make that OR. Storms. Or with the suffix storms. That part of the world has more storms. Put your name on it. Don't worry about this bottom section. When you get done with that, bring it over to me, please. If there was a word for some reason you did not hear well, and you need something repeated, come see me.